We all know about burnout. We hear people talking about mental burnout, physical burnout, and even creative burnout all the time. But I never really hear anyone talk about the type of burnout that I'm going to talk to you about today. All those other types come from overexertion, pushing too hard, working on projects that you don't want to be doing. It feels unavoidable and it seems like it hits almost everyone. But what about the burnout that comes from not working on your own goals and aspirations? That's the one that got me. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Avora and I'm a full-time content creator and Twitch streamer, and I've been doing it for over 5 years now. For some reason, it took me this long to have these realizations. Okay, before we get too far into this, I'm gonna choose to leave ADHD out of the story because we all have our own struggles, we all have our own battles, and sometimes I believe that ADHD is used as an excuse to not move forward, and we're talking about that today. So I genuinely believe that we become the story that we tell ourselves. So if we choose to reject a story, then we can. It's all about setting up structures and putting plans in place that kind of work with how our brain works. In my opinion, anyway. I'm no doctor. Okay, back to the story. So over my years as a full-time streamer, I have had many goals when it comes to content creation. I've built a couple of decent sized TikTok accounts, a very small Instagram, and I had a very sad go at YouTube. Oh, hi. Hi, Katie. I've always wanted to create and grow, but I never really had enough mental energy to kind of like focus on that big picture, you know? Now there's a very deep rabbit hole that I could go down here, but I am choosing not to do that because it is deep and maybe we'll just get into it in another video. For now, I'm going to stay on track. So I was setting goals and I wasn't achieving them. And to be fair on myself, I've been dealing with a lot. Mental health, stress, stability, basically the whole shebang on top of wanting to become a content creator and kind of like build my own business. There just wasn't any brain power left between like mental breakdowns and moving around so much. There just wasn't enough time or mental energy to work on anything. It's exhausting. So no time to work on goals. No time to focus on anything other than just trying to feel okay. It doesn't help that I also have a raging butthead brain and I get so bored if I have to stick to something for a long period of time. Like, seriously. When people say, pick a niche, this is how you grow. I cannot. I simply cannot. And then on top of that, whatever I'm working on at the time, I put so much pressure on it that it becomes not any fun anymore and I don't want to do it. RIP to my DJing. All that to say, content creation is not for the faint of heart. And then when you throw in mental health struggles on top of it, it's just a really hard mix. And sure, I've had a lot of personal growth recently, but I wouldn't say that I've had much career development over the last 5 years. And if I'm being honest, I think that I have used traveling as an escape from depression in the past. And the only time that life would really feel like worth living was when I was driving around in my SUV, sleeping in the back of it and taking photos and just kind of like living life day by day. I was still streaming on Twitch, but like not making moves to diversify my income or get on YouTube to try and grow my stream or anything like that. Side note, I've done okay with short form content. It's just, I don't think that that is the way to grow a Twitch channel. I'm pretty sure it's long form. It kind of hit me recently that even though I love traveling and I love adventure, and as much as I would be inspired while I'm out there doing that, I would come home and honestly, the feelings would all come crushing back and all of the burnout would just set in again. Anxiety and depression, overwhelm, bam, all come crashing down. So what I realized is that behind the scenes, this new form of burnout was creating a storm. Not only was I battling my mental health, but I was also battling my self-worth, which was coming from not working on the things that I really wanted to work on, no matter how much I want to or how much I try to start, I just couldn't do it. Like, I'm smart, I am goal-oriented, like why am I not working on the things that I know that I want, right? I had all these dreams and all of these aspirations, but something just kept getting in the way. Only just recently have I realized that things are starting to shift, and I've been put on some much needed antidepressants, and I am sort of getting out of my own way in a way. Quick disclaimer, I do not condone using pharmaceuticals as a quick fix-all, but I do think that they are a great tool to get you back on track if you need it and to create some new neural pathways combined with mindfulness and meditation and healthier habits. I think that it can be a great tool. They've kind of just helped me start showing up for myself again because I was definitely in a hole. But I digress. For the first time in a really long time, I feel motivated again and I feel worthy. I'm thinking I might be able to do this. But then Vegas happened, and then TwitchCon San Diego happened, and basically all of these newfound routines that I had set in place kind of all just got disrupted again. And even while I was still traveling, I was starting to feel that feeling setting back in again, like the frustration, the burnout feeling of not working on the things that I really wanted to work on. The simple act of not being able to work on my goals or have the time or the space to do it was starting to crush me. The backlog of my ideas and my video edits and everything that I needed to do started piling up again, and I started to just get overwhelmed and feel awful. Then it clicked. This is a whole new type of burnout. This type of burnout wasn't from overworking, it was from not working. But I get it now. We come up with a goal, we don't work towards it. We feel bad about not working towards it, and then we beat ourselves up for not working towards it. Therefore, we don't feel like working on it. It's this full circle. So you're saying, great story, Avora. How do we fix this? Honestly, I don't think I have a full answer, and I'm not a therapist. But if you're feeling something similar, notice the pattern and see it for what it is. Do whatever you can to interrupt it and commit. Commit to fighting the pattern and commit to yourself, because no one else is gonna do it for you. Honestly, it is easier said than done. But if you feel worthless for not making progress, then the only way to disrupt that is to make progress, right? And I suggest that you start with the smallest thing possible. I'm serious, like the smallest thing that you can think of. Do one thing every day, even if it's tiny. Because I promise you, there's a little you inside of you that is feeling very, very sad when you abandon them and you go do the thing that you don't really need to do, or the fun thing, instead of the thing that you really, really want to do. Instead of working on the goals and aspirations that are going to fulfill you and give you satisfaction in life. Another thing to be aware of is when you're making excuses, and you need to recognize it, because 1000% there is going to be so many different things that your brain makes up for a reason that you cannot do the thing. I promise you, if you just start small, it will build over time. It's kind of like a muscle, and you don't want to just like walk up to the weight set and choose the heaviest weight and try and lift because you're not there yet. Think of it as if you need to start with the smallest weight possible and then start doing reps there, and then the momentum will build. The snowball effect is real, and you need to trust it. And I'm not saying that you have to overhaul your life overnight. Please don't try and do that. You just need to start somewhere. Anyways, I hope that my ramblings about mindset and burnout has brought some kind of value to you. If you've been waiting for a sign, this is your sign. Go do the thing. Do it right now. Make the commitment to yourself. Don't make excuses. Don't wait for the moon and the stars to align, because it's not going to happen. You are the moon and you are the stars. You must align yourself. But seriously, do the thing. Just do it imperfectly. Do it haphazardly, because in my opinion, the price that you pay for not doing the thing is so much worse than doing it maybe not to the highest level quality that you had in your hopes and dreams, or whatever it is that is stopping you. You're never going to regret the things you tried, only the things you didn't. If you've struggled with any type of burnout at all, please drop it in the comments below and talk about how you've dealt with it. If you have any coping strategies, let's just turn it into a therapy circle down there, maybe. I would love to hear what's worked for you, and I'm sure everyone else does. This is a new style of video for me. I don't usually just sit here and ramble about mental health stuff, but I do it on stream anyways. So this is just a new form of doing that. And maybe it's just a little bit more direct and to the point without all of the side conversational pieces that happen inside of Twitch. If you liked it, please hit the like button. If you are not subscribed, you should definitely hit that subscribe button and let me know if you found value in this and if I should make more in the future. And I definitely think that if you have made it this far, you need to comment Pickle Pepsi in the comments so I know that you watched the video the whole way through. Anyways, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and thanks for listening.